Sri Lanka bags 2 more medals at the 15th Asian Junior Athletic Championships. The Immigration and Immigration Department integrates with Interpol data network. The rubber cultivation is to be launched for the first time in the north. An eminent scientist suspects that bacteria and virus varieties could be transmitted to Earth through the transit of Venus. Indian People's Party says that Tiger sympathizers harassing Sri Lankans visiting South India should be severely punished. Indian Sikhs take to the streets in London.
Well, Sri Lanka bagged 2 more medals in the Asian Junior Athletic Championship. Sri Lankan athletes excelled in the 110-metre men's hurdles and 3,000-metre women's steeplechase. Sri Lanka has already clinched 5 medals, including 2 golds. Viraj Randaniya of Ranabima Rajakiya Vidyalaya Gannoruwa bagged the bronze medal in the men's 110-metre hurdles with a timing of 13.94 seconds.
This is a good race for the Sri Lankan. There will be a big scramble. A bronze medal. Well done, boy. This is a huge boost for hurdles running in Sri Lanka.
Well, RAC Jayamani of Ratnapura Sumana Balika Vidyalaya won the bronze medal in the women's 3,000-metre steeplechase, clocking 10 minutes and 55.76 seconds. President Mahinda Rajapaksa visited the Sugatadasa Stadium to witness the Sri Lankan athletes in action at the Asian Junior Athletic Meet this afternoon. The President congratulated the Sri Lankan medalists, including the gold medal winners Shivanti Ratnayaka and Dulaj Madhushankar, in an international level junior athletic meet after 18 years.
The Department of Immigration and Immigration integrates with the Interpol data network. The launching of the integration of Interpol database services with the Sri Lanka border control system took place at the Ministry of Defence under the patronage of Defence Secretary Gotabaya Rajapaksa. Well, the aim of this project is to bring Sri Lanka border security to a high level, it says. It will be implemented on the directions of Defence Ministry and also with the assistance of the Immigration and Immigration Department, the Sri Lanka Police, the Organisation of International Migration and the Canada Aid. The new system will help to obtain details of misplaced passports numbering over 32 million from the international police within seconds. Details of passengers arriving and departing from Sri Lanka could be checked through this data network. Well, it will be used to find out as to whether they possess legal passports. The integration system will also help to control international crime. This data network has the ability to identify persons who will attempt to enter the country for illegal activities at the airport itself. The Immigration and Immigration Controller, Chulananda Pereira, Foreign Secretary Karunaratna Amanugama and Canadian High Commissioner Bruce Levy attended the launching ceremony.
Professor Chandra Wickramasinghe of Buckingham University, Britain, says that several bacteria and virus varieties which were not detected so far had been transmitted to Earth through the transit of Venus. The Venus transit began in the night on the 5th of this month, lasted around 6 hours and 40 minutes. The planet Venus, moving into the second orbit of the solar system, is covered by a cloud with various bacteria varieties. These minute microparticles could be transmitted to Earth when the sun ray was entering to Earth via the planet Venus during the transit period. Professor Chandra Wickramasinghe of Buckingham University had conducted experiments for 40 years on this phenomena. Professor Wickramasinghe pointed out that these microparticles deposited near the Earth's magnetic field could enter into Earth through raindrops.
There is a possibility that the Venus transit would have transferred microorganisms. I think the possibility is very strong, and a chance that some of these microbes might be what are called pathogenic, that is, disease-causing.
Bacteria had entered to Earth through Venus transit in earlier occasions as well. However, Professor Wickramasinghe points out that the threat emerging of epidemic situation could not be dispelled within several weeks or months following the Venus transit.
The Ministry of Plantation Industries takes measures to expand rubber cultivation in areas other than the usual rubber plantation areas. The aim is to meet the increasing demand for rubber in the foreign market. Well, the Minister of Plantation Industries, Mahinda Samarasinghe, said that Sri Lanka has still not yet been able to meet the high demand for natural rubber, which fetches a high price. He added that the country has been able to produce 150,000 metric tons of rubber at a time where there was a great demand. Well, it is essential to produce 50,000 more metric tons to meet the demand, he said. Kalutara, Ratnapura and Kewal areas are cultivated with rubber so far. Pilot programs were implemented with the aim of expanding rubber cultivation in areas with dry climatic conditions, moving away from the traditional areas during the past 2 years. The experiments to cultivate rubber in 10,000 hectares in the Ampara district have become successful. Monoragala district was among the newly identified rubber cultivation areas. Rubber cultivation experiments were conducted in Kilinochchi, Mullaitivu and Wabunia districts as well. Minister Mahinda Samarasinghe said that the Rubber Research Institute has confirmed that the soil and environment in Mullaitivu district and Wabunia North are suitable for rubber cultivation. The Ministry of Plantation Industries points out that this will help to uplift the living standards of the people resettled in these areas.
The Higher Education Minister S.B. Dissanayake says that the problem of university non-academic staff should be settled through discussions but not from trade union actions. He points out that the trade union action of these employees during the period of examinations of students was detrimental for the future of students. The Salaries and Cadre Commission appointed by the President and the Finance Ministry have the power to take a decision on salaries of university non-academic staff. The University Grants Commission or the Higher Education Ministry has no power to exert pressure on this matter. Minister S.B. Dissanayake reiterated that it is essential to correct the existing salary anomalies in the university system without allowing to create another anomaly. He added that issue here was not about the salary increase. It is to settle the salary anomaly. President Mahinda Rajapaksa has appointed the Salaries and Cadre Commission to settle salary anomalies of government and corporation employees. This commission is looking into this matter carefully. Therefore, the government is not prepared to create another salary anomaly fulfilling a demand of a separate group, he said. Stay with us, more local news coming up after a break.
Welcome back, you're watching ru10 News. Time for more local stories. Well, Prime Minister D.M. Jayaratne has completely recovered from an ailment after receiving treatment at a Singapore hospital for around 1 month. President Mahinda Rajapaksa visited Visumpa yesterday and inquired into the welfare of Prime Minister D.M. Jayaratne. He wished him good health.
The excavation of Rajagalathanna premises in the Ampara district has been launched. This area was considered as an unknown archaeological site in Sri Lanka. The project was delayed for 3 decades due to terrorist activities. The excavation is to be completed within 3 years. The ru10 crew had to travel on a difficult route to a distance of 1.5 kilometers at Rajagalathanna Reserve to enter into an area abounds with artifacts and ancient remains of monuments. It is believed that the largest bhikkhu's rest in Sri Lanka was located in this area. The extent of the land is around 1,600 acres. 585 remains of Asian monuments and 48 stone inscriptions were recovered from the site. The Rajagala stone inscription with letters dated back to the 2nd and 3rd centuries BC was an important factor to prove the inception of written history in Sri Lanka. Remains of 20 dagebas were also found during excavations. A dageba built by placing remains of Arahat Mihindu Thero and Itya Thero had also been identified. Archaeologists believe that there may be remains of 100 dagebas located in Rajagalathanna area. Moving on, Minister Reginald Kures denies news reports which claim that he and his group had deported from India due to a protest demonstration of Tiger sympathizers. Tiger sympathizers had made an attempt to protest against the minister when he was in a visit to Chennai Coimbatore Seed Nursery Centre recently. However, the minister told a media conference in Colombo today that their attempt was unsuccessful. Minister Reginald Kures noted that a policeman had informed him that certain groups have organized protest demonstrations against him and his groups. It is the responsibility of the diplomatic community to prevent such incidents. He said that he told the organizers that he and his group will return to Sri Lanka in order to prevent unnecessary problems. He added that the Indian government and the Tamil Nadu state government had provided necessary security and diplomatic honor to him and his group.
Indian People's Party is of the view that Tiger sympathizers who were harassing Sri Lankans visiting South India should be punished severely. Well, this was stated by the party leader, Dr. Subramaniam Swamy, making a special statement to ru10.
Anyone coming from abroad, particularly our neighbors and particularly Sri Lanka, which is so close by, they have complete access to this country. I think what needs to be done is some strict punishment for those who did whatever they did. And this must be pursued. And I think the Sri Lankan government, if it has protested on this matter, they should make it a public record so that some of us can take it up and see that those who did this outrageous act are punished so severely that it becomes a deterrent for the future.
Well, this is ru10 News. Time for a short break, and we'll be back with more international stories in a while. Welcome back. Moving on to international news. Hundreds of activists and members of the Sikh community staged a huge rally at London yesterday as a mark of protest against India's infamous 1984 Operation Blue Star. The brazen storming of the Golden Temple, widely considered as the Sikh religion's holiest shrine, deeply hurting the community's sentiments. Operation Blue Star was militarily an offensive carried out by the Indian Army from June 3rd to June 6th, 1984, aimed at flushing out Sikh separatists from the complex of the revered Golden Temple Shrine at the Amritsar city of India's northern Punjab state. Demanding justice for the slain Sikh separatists, the activists shouted fiery slogans in the peaceful protest aimed at garnering mass support for the cause.
Well, it's time now for some international news in brief.
Job seekers in Madrid were skeptical today after the Spanish government decided to request financial aid from the European Union. Eurozone finance ministers have agreed to lend Spain up to 100 billion euros. President François Hollande looks likely to win working majority in French legislative elections following first round result, but senior socialists call for people to come out and vote in second round following low turnout. Thousands of farmers and tourists pelted each other with tomatoes yesterday in a traditional tomatina that left the Colombian province of Sastamarchen awash in red pulp. Bollywood songs came alive as part of the International Indian Film Academy Award celebrations held in Singapore. Some 200 music lovers got a sneak peek into the making of their favorite Bollywood songs.
Hello and a very good evening. You're with me, Zinat Bongzo, bringing you the latest in the world of sports. Sabragamut Chief Minister Mahipala Herath has decided to gift 500,000 rupees to Shivanti Ratnayaka, who won the gold medal in the 400-meter women's event in the 15th Asian Junior Athletic Championship. Shivanti, who was born in Ramukana, Kegol, received her education from Hirivarna Vidyalaya and St. Joseph's College, Kegol. A special ceremony is to be organized at Kegol Town Hall to welcome Shivanti Ratnayaka, who brought fame to Sabaragamu province. The cash award will be presented to her at the ceremony.
Well, that's a look at sports news. Thanks a lot for joining us. Do join us tomorrow at the same time.
Good night.